Clover Amasi is a thick, creamy mass your family will love. Made with love by Clover.
Well, today we're back in our kitchen and making an amazing recipe as we pay tribute to one of the greatest men to ever have lived, Nelson Mandela. Now, one of the best ways to say thank you and to show love is through food. And I'm not sure if you know this, but some of the late, great Tata Madiba's favorite meals included dumplings and oxtail. So with that in mind, we've decided to show you how to make oxtail stuffed dombolo. And here to show us how is the ever so lovely Anel Potgieter.
Hi, Anel. Well, and you?
Very, very well, thank you. I am so excited because naturally we've already prepared some. The smell is incredible, but let's go through it from the beginning. What exactly do we need for this recipe?
It's such an easy recipe because you only need some flour, some salt. We're going to add some baking powder.
Okay.
Remember, we're making a dumpling.
Yes.
And we're going to stuff it.
Okay.
But then we're going to flavor this a little bit with some parsley and garlic.
Oh,
if you don't like that, you don't have to put it in.
I love that.
Yeah, I like that as well. But you can put some other spices in there if you like it. And some cheese, some Tussis, Clover Tussis cheese.
Okay.
To even make it a little bit more
cheesy and yummy and delicious.
And then we're going to add the butter.
Yeah.
And like any dough, you have to get this to like a breadcrumb.
Get it in there.
Breadcrumb consistency. And what I like about this recipe, you can use these dumplings for anything on top of soups, you know, and you don't have to stuff it. You know, we're going to stuff it now today.
So if you would like the keyword for the recipe that we're making today, all you have to do is SMS the keyword Clover to 33728. We'll gladly send you the ingredients list and the link to the recipe, and you could be making these delicious oxtail dombolos today. It's so yummy.
And now for the best ingredient is the amasi.
Ooh, my favorite.
I know. I love it. And it just gives that extra tang to the recipe. So it's about a cup of that. And you're going to mix that through. Okay. And what I like about amasi, I also use it in my soups this winter. It's my favorite product in my fridge at the moment. And you just bring it to a dough, a doughy consistency, like that.
Yes.
And then you turn it out. I'm not going to turn it out now because we've
already got one prepared.
Yeah, we've got one prepared. So what I'm going to do, put some flour on the surface so the dough doesn't stick.
Yes.
We're going to take, where's the dough now?
There's
the dough. Gosh. And you don't want to overwork this dough. You just want to softly roll it out. And if it sticks, just add a little bit more.
So while you're rolling it out, I don't know if you know this, but Clover Amasi is a fermented milk and does not contain preservatives. The lactic acid is added to the full cream pasteurized, causing it to ferment, giving it that distinct flavor and texture. It's made from full cream pasteurized milk and contains 3.3% butterfat. It can be used in the place of buttermilk and is great for cooking and baking. It's super nutritious. You can add it to soups like Anel does, pastas, dips, and sauces, which is really, really wonderful. And of course, maize meal is known to be South Africa's staple food, and it has the ability to keep a person full for many, 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 many hours, which is wonderful.
I just love the flavor of it. So you take a bit of oxtail stew, so you can have some leftovers. So I will use a bit of leftover oxtail stew. Put it in there, and you just form like a little dumpling, like a plum, like that. Roll it a little bit, and there you have it.
Wonderful.
And then what you do is you take the other leftover stew. There's always a little bit of leftover.
Yes.
And you just add a bit of tomato paste or passata, they call it, or tomato pasta sauce.
So basically, you're just kind of making it more now.
Yes, and a bit of chakalaka.
Oh, yes.
You mix that together. I'm going to take this spoon.
All right.
And then you add your dumplings in this mixture. So if you can hand me a few dumplings and you add it in this mixture.
Nice.
And you just let that boil away till it's nice and fluffy.
And what I love about this dumpling is that no one expects anything to be on the inside. So it's like a surprise.
It's like a surprise dumpling. Yeah, look at that. And then you just cook that away. And that is the most delicious dumpling oxtail. And you can do it with leftover.
Yes.
Or if you cook an oxtail stew, just take a little bit out, let it cool down, make your dumplings and put it back.
Wow.
And it's delicious.
Delicious. Well, the recipe, the keyword for this recipe is Clover. SMS that to 33728. We'll gladly send you the link to the recipe so you can go and make this. And of course, like you saw, it's quick, it's easy, and it's oh so delicious. But if you want to take a look at how we made this one more time, well then, here are the steps.
One of the best ways to say thank you and to show love is through a delicious plate of food, like this oxtail stuffed dombolo inspired by the late and great Madiba. Sift 2½ cups of flour and 2 teaspoons of baking powder into a large mixing bowl. Add a teaspoon of salt and combine. Next, add 3 tablespoons of cold grated clover butter and ½ cup of grated clover tusses. Next, add 1 teaspoon of fresh parsley, a teaspoon of minced garlic, and rub with your fingertips to form a coarse breadcrumb-like texture. Add 1 cup of Clover Amasi Oxtail full cream mass and mix again until combined. Work the mixture into a soft dough and roll the dough into 1 centimeter thickness. Then spoon oxtail meat on top of the dough and shape into dumplings roughly the size of a plum. Then add a cup of CHAKALAKA into a pot and a cup of tomato pasta sauce, any remaining oxtail stew, and give it a quick mix. Place the dumplings into the stew to steam and cook through. This should take about 15 minutes. Remove from the heat and serve garnished with fresh chives. This is a manly meal packed with flavor and full of heart.
Made with love by Clover.
Clover Amasi Oxtail stuffed Dombolo. Absolutely amazing. That keyword once again, Clover to 33728. And now it looks divine. Gaan ons proe.
Ons moet proe.
Ons moet proe. Okay, you first.
Okay, I'm going to take a small piece here. Oh, yummy, yummy, yummy. Oh, look at the surprise inside.
Yummy. Delish. Oh, wow. Okay, Tapiso. Wow. Okay, you took a small one.
It is divine.
Kan ek proe asseblief?
Will you proe with my spoon?
I'll brew with your spoon.
Amazing.
Oh man, I couldn't help it. From a distance, I had to get involved.
You always get involved. I don't know why you're acting like you don't. It's so delicious. It's divine.
So good.
I can see why Tata Madiba loved this recipe so much. Hey?
He would employ you, totally. I can
Thanks
hear
for
him
that.
in my head, actually. Yeah, he would employ you.
Clover Amasi is a thick, creamy mass your family will love. Made with love by Clover.